used to have a lot of special interests when I was younger. I was a Tumblr girl. I was always reblogging and writing fan fiction, and I was really into anime and K-pop and One Direction. And I watched a lot of TV shows and movies. I used to listen to music 24/7. So I used to be consuming constantly. I realized how much time we waste on things like that. And statistically speaking, digital natives are on track to lose like a decade of their lives due to scrolling and binge watching and gaming. I have no interest in most things anymore. And I think it's because I spent so much of my childhood consuming content, movies, music, other people's art, other people's creativity, other people's work. And it's like, I need to be locking in and putting some effort into building my universe, building my empire, and not consuming and supporting other people's shit. Yes, it's important to support the arts, to support culture, to support strides made in film and music, and all of it's important. I'm not saying it's not important, but I guess I was one of those people that just binged and like really, really was an extreme consumer. And some people are like, oh, it's just my special interest. It's just what I like to do. It's not like it hurts or it's painful to consume. It feels good. That's the problem. I have had to put a lot of systems in place to stop myself from over consuming. For instance, I really only use Instagram for work now. I use it to promote my business. I use Threads to promote my business. I'm not just scrolling on there for entertainment's sake. I just don't want to. I just don't want to spend my life scrolling and binging and watching stuff. Maybe once or twice a year, there's a show that everyone's talking about and I'm on it and I watch it and I like it and I have thoughts about it. I'm not someone that's constantly keeping up with new shows, constantly keeping up with new movies, constantly trying to consume shit. It just really irritates me after a while, starts to really piss me off and drain me. Dopamine Nation by Dr. Anna Lemke talks about how binging, whether it's binge drinking or binge eating or binge watching, it does the same thing in your amygdala. It releases so much dopamine that a lot of times afterwards, you just start to get low after because you've excited yourself so much. That for me comes with a little bit of guilt. Did I really need to watch all 6 episodes tonight and stay up until like fucking 4 in the morning? Like, no, I didn't. If you jerked off like 6 times in a row, you're gonna feel a little bit of shame after it because you're just like, why did I need to do that? Like, that's just the kind of person I always have been. I'm a very intense person, and a lot of times I have a hard time setting boundaries with myself around stuff like that. I don't know, man. It's just hard. It's really hard. I think a lot of us were really interested in art just in general, whether it's from the consumption side or the creative side. You have limited time as an adult. You have to figure out what you're going to spend your time on. Like, are you going to spend time following other people, talking about celebrities, keeping up with K-pop idols and stuff? Like, that's stuff I used to do, and it's so cringe in hindsight because it's like, those people don't know me and they don't give a single fuck about me. They don't care whether I spend my whole paycheck supporting them or buying tickets and merch and shit. They don't give a single fuck about that. You're doing that of your own free will, but they figured something out that I find really intriguing as a marketer, as like someone with a degree in public relations. This shit is really, really interesting to me, but not for the reason I originally thought. It's interesting to me because I want to be on the other side of that. I want to be the one orchestrating those schemes. I want to be the one pulling those strings. I don't want to be the one wasting my hard-earned money on tickets and merch. It hit me like how much time and energy I spent supporting other people. Okay, you're never gonna hear me say don't support artists, don't support local, don't support your friends. You're never gonna hear me say that, but it's a random stranger you don't know, a big celebrity that everybody loves. I don't know. I'm just very anti-celebrity culture because it's like people really get obsessed with people they do not know, and it's very scary. Parasocial connections create weird scenarios and weird behaviors, and I don't support that. I don't think that that's cool. I think it's cringe. I think it's cringe to care that much about shit that you have no part in whatsoever. I'm not a stan of anyone anymore because why the fuck would I waste any more of my money and time on people that are already successful? They don't need any more of my coin. I don't want to just be a blip in the universe. I want to have an impact on someone's career, on someone's life. I do think it's important to start thinking about how you're spending your time and start focus on building a portfolio, building up connections. There's artists in your scene right now, your local scene, your underground scene, whatever, who are coming up. Why are you supporting big artists when you need to be supporting the small ones that are on the come up right now? Like, y'all are not forward thinking like that. Y'all aren't ambitious like me, I guess. I'm getting tired of just like playing small and being invisible and being like a stan of somebody else. Like, why the fuck would I live that way when I could be leading something? I could be playing an active role in shaping culture and shaping the world and shaping how people view things. I can be a part of big social changes and move the world into a better place than it is right now. You can have power and influence, but you have to stop supporting other people for no reason. Like, you need to choose who you support. You need to be strategic about how you're going to show up in the world and what you're going to spend your time and energy doing. And if you don't feel like called by this message, that's perfectly fine. If you don't relate to what I'm saying, that's perfectly fine. But I'm just like getting to this point where I'm like, I genuinely don't want to spend a single more moment of my time supporting people who don't need my support, helping people who don't want my help, spending my hard-earned money on junk, on merch, because I have this parasocial relationship with a celebrity. Just like just wasting time, like in general, just wasting time. It's super cringe, like to look back at my younger self who have like posters of One Direction on the walls. Yeah, it's funny, it's cute. Like, yeah, I was a product of my time. Like, it was cute, whatever. But it's like when you think about it, like in hindsight, it's cringe. It's like, why did I care so much about Niall, Liam, Harry, Zayn? Why did I care so much about 5 men who don't give a fuck about me and never knew that I existed? And the answer is good marketing. And if it weren't for that, I would not be doing what I'm doing today. Yeah, that's the end of my rant. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please don't take this the wrong way. I'm really just speaking about myself, my former years, and who I used to be. I will see you in the next one.